Hello world, this is actually a mobile video. I am more or less trying to do an unboxing. Not the most comfortable way, and I don't have the most professional equipment, but yeah, welcome to Panda Tabletop TV. I look a bit horrible because I'm not feeling well, but even with not feeling well, I decided to do something to fill my time with things. So behind, you might hear the Game of Thrones playing. I'm just rewatching it on TV. I'm probably gonna reread the books very, very soon. But in order to give you a little hint on what this is about, well, it's actually about unboxing. Let's have a drum roll for this. Yes, there it is. Song of Ice and Fire starter set. Tabletop miniature games based on the license, on the novels by George R.R. Martin. Stark vs. Lannister starter set, and this game has been around for a while. And I do apologize for the mess you might see in the background. I haven't been home for a long time, and I haven't really had time to clean because I work from home. And sometimes I go to the office. Regardless, here it is. Song of Ice and Fire, Stark vs. Lannister. I will try to unbox. This is made by Cool Mini or Not and sold by Asmodee. So, without further ado, let's put this big box here on the table. It's quite large, and you might see other miniatures in the background. Oh boy, yeah, so here it is. Now, I'm gonna move some stuff out of the way because it's literally hindering my work. And we're gonna set this here. So, I'm gonna grab my trusty hobby knife. Here it is. And I'm going to make a horizontal incision. Yes, there are some Warhammer 40,000 models over there. And yes, this is season 1 of Game of Thrones I'm watching in the background. Gonna cut open the nylon. And let's open this. Yeah, this is my unboxing. Of course, you may have seen others. I don't know exactly fully what's in the set. I think it's about 100 miniatures, 90 something. I don't remember exactly. So here we have the cover. So let's take a look. What do we see? So here we have, I think, Jaime Lannister, Robb Stark, Greyjoy Umber, Sir Gregor Clegane. Here's Grey Wind. And here we have all sorts of Lannister and Stark soldier fighting it off during the War of the Five Kings. Now, this game itself has other houses as well. I'm just gonna remove this little bit of the cover here. And I'll just move my glasses out of the way. I don't need them at the moment. I do wear glasses for computer use, so for long distance. I don't see very well at the distance, so let's see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, let's look at the Jaime Lannister over here. Sir Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. Okay, well, this is a bit difficult. Yeah, this is quite well sealed, the box. I know I should have gotten a professional camera at some point, but I don't know what going to get. Well, this is a little this is a little difficult. So I'm going to set the camera aside. You can look at me if you like. Hello, I'm still over here, and I'm going to use both hands to pry this open. Okay. All right, the box is open, and let's see what we have inside. Okay, the box is open. Let's see what we have inside, shall we? So here we have a rulebook. This is 2021 edition. I think it is the 2021 edition. So we have here Table of contents. By the way, with any box you buy, this is a free book. It comes with, even if you choose, I don't know, Greyjoy, Baratheon, Targaryen, Free Folk, you will always get the rulebook. It has table of contents which speaks about unit types, how to attack, additional rules, rerolling, different terrain, multiplayer, and different engagements. And here we have the contents of the box, so the rulebook, attachment cards, combat cards, tactics cards, non-combat unit card, tactics board, measuring sticks, reference cards, secret mission cards, objective cards, dice, tokens, and of course some plastic terrain, movement trays, which is actually a really cool thing. The miniature Warhammer Fantasy miniature game also had this. So let's take a better look at these. We have from the Stark side, Robb Stark, Catelyn Stark, Sansa Stark, Greyjoy and Greywind. Greywind is the most important character, clear. The wolves are the heroes of this story. We have 2 Stark Soren Swords captains and 24 Soren Swords. 4 Stark Outriders. Good to have some cavalry. I always liked cavalry. And we have here some House Umber Berserkers, which are, well, House Umber Berserkers probably go well with Greyjoy. Now, on the Lannister side, we have Queen Cersei Lannister, Jaime Lannister himself, Tyrion the Imp Lannister, and Sir Gregor the Mountain Clegane. 2 Lannister Guard Captains and 24 Guardsmen. So these are, I suppose, are a lot like the Soren Swords, basic combat troopers. 12 Mountains Men, which I assume are a lot like the Berserkers. And 1 Assault Veteran Officer and 12 Lannister Halberdiers. Very nice. So we will look at the miniatures very, very shortly. And here we have more about the game. So common terms. I mean, this you can read yourself. It has talk about the unit types, ranks. So these go 4 in rank. Here's a beautiful artwork of Lannister Guardsmen and how a card looks like. So you have here Lannister Halberdiers, and the stats are very well described. So it's pretty easy to read and understand. The unit type, which is infantry, cavalry, monster, or war machine. Yes, there are war machines, but not for Stark or Lannister, or maybe they are, I haven't just seen them yet. The back of the card of the Halberdiers, again, Lannister Guardsmen. And we have here, of course, attachments. And we have a, let's see, Jaime Lannister can be an attachment as well. So he will replace 1 guardsman. Or you can also have a guard captain. Cersei Lannister is a non-combat unit, so she has an ability when you use her, so influence. When influencing a unit, they suffer -2 to morale test rolls. Very cool. And she has a point value, and her ability, well, a small introductory line as Queen Regent. Again, line of sight, it's fairly straightforward. Here we have a picture of Tyrion Lannister. This is actually how he's supposed to look like in the books. And here we have beautiful unit of Knights of Casterly Rock. I don't have them yet, but if I play either Stark or Lannister, I'm going to get them. Here we have beautiful artwork of Catelyn Stark or Catelyn Tully. Pre-measuring, of course, yeah, the game itself is pretty interesting. Then we have condition tokens like panicked, vulnerable or weakened. Here's a lovely photo of Gregor Clegane. Actually, I like him as a character. I've looked a bit at the rules for him. We have different types of game modes and victory conditions and so on. Here's a Greyjoy number. Again, these are missions. If you've played Warhammer 40k or Warhammer Fantasy, these will be very familiar with you. I mean, the idea behind them. They are based on, and here's a bit of disclaimer, so who did these? Here we have Stark Bowman, and here we have actually a rule summary, which is always good to have. Okay, we'll set the rulebook aside and let's continue. Here we have terrain and tokens. Okay, very, very nice. Corpse Pile, Song of Ice and Fire. I think this is the tactics board. I'm not going to open it now, but we will take a proper look at it. So later. Okay, but of course, why do we play miniature games? For the miniatures themselves. No, so here we have what? Objective cards. I will open these later, I don't want to lose them, so I'm going to set them to the side. Here we have unit actions. These are two small reference sheets. And destructible terrain. Okay, I haven't read about this, but interesting as well. Okay, so additionally in this sleeve we have the cards for Stark and Lannister. Now here we have Jaime Lannister. He's an attachment. So here is, he says he has counterattacks, so for each blocked hit, the attacker automatically suffers a hit, which is very cool. So he guides the Lannister troops to counterattack. Here we have 10 dice, 11 dice. You don't need more than this. And okay, so let's go for the miniatures. I thought the miniatures were a little bit bigger, but regardless, let's take a good look at them. Here it says, it shows us how to unpack them. Lannister and Stark. So let's start with House Stark with the infantry. Let's take a closer look at these miniatures. Oh, they're very well packed here, which is very nice. I absolutely love the packing job Cool Minion did with these boxes. So let's lift the proverbial lid and take a look. So let's start with the characters, of course. Those are the most important thing. Oh my god. So here we have, let's start with Greywind. Greywind is the most important fellow in here. One of the Umber Berserkers decided he wants to escape. So this is Greywind. See, the direwolf, Robb Stark's direwolf, very cool miniature. I'm just gonna set these to the side. I'm gonna put a few of them to the side as we look at them. Let's also look at Lord Greyjoy Umber. These are pre-built. Okay, can this focus? Yeah, look at the details on these. I don't think this one even needs cleaning much. Looks fairly clean. Yep, this is Lord Greyjoy Umber with his mighty greatsword. Let's put him here with Greywind. Next we have Sansa Stark. The little bird. Oh my god, these are just beautiful models. Very stylish. Yeah, I love these. I don't think I made a mistake on picking them up. Here we have Lady Catelyn Stark. Beautiful. This is just beautiful. I'm gonna have fun painting these. And then finally we have Robb Stark. Here we have Robb Stark himself, the young Wolf Lord. Now let's look at individual units. So let's look at Umber Berserkers. We have 12 of them. This is the Umber Champion. Sorry, this is not a Berserker. This is an attachment for the Berserkers. Very cool. I love the bear helmet. The bear's head. Let's put him back with the other troops. And let's pick a individual Umber Berserker. Let's pick this fellow here. These are absolutely beautiful models. So these are the House Umber Berserkers. You have 12 of these in the box. And finally we have the Guard Captains, which... Sword Captains. Very beautiful metal shield. They actually have a bit heavier armor. Cloak. You can see clearly the details of the chainmail on them. And let's put this fellow back and pick a regular sword. Some of them have metal shields, some of them have wooden shields. Here's the shield with the direwolf. And here we have a variant with... Let's pick up this variant here. With a wooden shield. So it's easy to tell them apart. Okay. And I'm going to put the Starks back. We're going to also look at the Stark cavalry very soon. Actually, let's put Greyjoy Umber first. He was like this because he has the sword and that's how he fits. And Sansa, let's put her back there. And also, of course, good old Greywind, the good boy. Okay, so So I'm gonna close the Stark infantry box, infantry and characters, and I'm gonna set them to the side with the rest of the units. Now let's open this other, let's lift this up, and I think here we have the Lannisters. The Lannisters actually have a lot more infantry. Let's finish with the Starks first. Okay, so for the Starks, here we have the Outriders. I'll try to get these out, so please stare at my mug